Alright. Let me situate this because I just feel like it's... I'll just have to say back this way. Okay, so this... If you're new here, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be 23 books I want/hope to read in 2023. Get it? 23 books. It's 2023. Anyway, I've seen several people do this, and so I was just like, there are quite a good amount of books, as you could tell from the empty spaces and whatever on my bookshelf. Books that I want to get to this year. Yeah. There were actually I won't lie, this is my second time filming this because I just did not like how I was all over the place and etc. And the last one, so I'm re-recording this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. You will see me reach over, like, because I have them all on, my bed, which is what my device that I'm recording on is sitting on. And if you hear noises, that is my cat Cricket down on the ground. He's not happy that I locked him up in the room with me while I film, but yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First, oh, and also apologize for my dog. If a leaf falls, or he thinks he sees something, or somebody passes by, whether it's in the front, like just like on the pathway, or behind the house, he barks, and then he gets all the dogs barking. But anyway, first book is Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City. This is the House of Earth and Blood. Story behind this one. I bought this at Barnes & Noble. I was hoping to get the hardcover, a copy of it, and all they had was paperback. So, since I know I'm gonna like it because I read the first book in the ACOTAR series, and I just need to kick myself in the butt and get it in gear and read the next book and stuff, because there's so many books, and you never know if she's gonna be adding more. But anyway, yeah, the only reason why I think I've been putting this one off so much is because of how thick it is. And there goes my bookmarks. But because this is like all pages, like over 900 pages, but then the story is like way over 700 pages and stuff. And so yeah, we'll set that there. And so just a second. Here, come here. Okay, I put him out because I didn't want him eating my bookmarks. Anyways, next book, I saw somebody talk about this book, Monsters Born and Made by Tevin Burwa. I'm hoping I'm saying the name right, first and last name. Warning, some of them I might not say the full name or the name at all. And when I do that, it's because I don't know how to either say their full name or their last name, and I'm not gonna butcher it. But anyway, I heard somebody talk about this, and I was like, And then what really called my name to want to get it, and then also be able to read it, is the art on the hardcover itself. Heads up, I'm addicted to art that's on the hardcover itself, whether it's foliage or what you just saw. It's amazing. And then that way, it looks just beautiful, and it draws people to want to ask you about the book and everything, which, knowing myself, I'd probably walk away just because if you know me in real life, I'm shy, with new people and stuff. And so it take forever to get me to talk. But and then next book is Spells Trouble, right? Yeah. By P.C. Cast and Christine Cast. This is a mother-daughter duo. And I want to get this one and the second. I have this one and the second book. I would like to get this read because the third book, Hex, I think it's just Hex. Anyways, it's coming out at the end of this month, and so I'm super excited. It's a witchy book. I know that. So, and they've also done other books too, like House of Night series and the whatever. Anyway, it's a graphic novel. And so this is witchy, and so I really want to read this series. Also, I'll get the second book out, and another book falls. See, it's the covers that just drew me in. First, I bought this book thinking, oh, and then one of my friends was like, that's the second book in a series, right? I was like, dang it. So I picked up the first book. So I have both. So we'll put that right there. Okay, next book. I read the first two books in this series. I think I talked about the second one, Kingdom of the Cursed. It took me almost a whole entire year to read the book, only because when I started reading it, I thought, oh, there's going to be so many books in the series. It's going to be amazing and long. And then I read that the third book was going to be the final book, and I got really, really sad that I just took my ever-loving time reading it. And so I'm hoping to, and I will get to Kingdom of the Feared, because there's going to, it's not going to be, it's connected, but there's going to be another book that involves some characters from the Kingdom of the Wicked series, and it's going to be amazing. And if you don't know, I am highly obsessed, and so I have the first edition prints and the Fairy Loot copies, and of course, I hate the non-removable stickers. Like, what the fudge, Walmart? Why do you have to ruin books like that? But yeah, my Fairy Loot edition of this book came in yesterday, and I was super excited. So, yeah. Next, which one should I do? Okay, I want to do this one. Okay, so I don't know how you say that. It's Babel. But I've heard two different ways, so I'm just going to call Babel. Look at those sprayed edges. And then there's also art on the hardcover itself. And of course it is signed because this is a Fairy Loot edition of it. But I think I only have one other like dark academia book. I think I'm gonna have to really go through my books. But I really want to get to this. It's just, I've heard such great things about it, even from the people that got arcs for it. And so yeah. And it's also set in England, or the UK, I should just say. So yeah, I am super excited. I think there's going to be multiple books of it, because it's an arcane history, but who knows? I don't know. That's just, I think what my brain wants. That way, if I end up liking it, I want more. But, knowing myself, there's not that many books that I don't like. Like, it's hard for me to find something that I absolutely hate. So, which I think I'll just discuss this at the end so I don't get off topic. But the next book is Blood Scion by Deborah. Yeah. I don't want to butcher her last name. Don't know anything about this book either, but I've heard good things about it. This one is the Fairy Loot copy of it. I told my husband, I was like, I need this one. He goes, why don't you just buy the regular? And I was like, no, good luck. And he goes, oh. And so I just love it. And it's also got a reverse dust jacket. But I think, it could easily be just framed. But I'm super excited. Know nothing about it at all. So let's see. A descendant of Shango, the god of heat and fire. I'm a living inferno. I am a dead girl walking. Interesting. So it has to do with fire. I'm intrigued. I just love how it's got the blue sprayed edges. It's amazing. There is one book I would also love to get my hands on. I don't know what it's called because I cannot remember for the life of me, but the pages look like old and worn and stuff. Off topic. Next is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Yeah, okay, so this is a dark academia book about secrets, betrayal, seduction, power. It says, welcome to the Alexandrian Society. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and my very good friend Stephanie was like, woman, you need to pick this up. You need to read it. And apparently, if it's that good, because also there's a second book to this. And, if she liked it, and also a good amount of people loved this book. I'm going to also, again, I don't think any of the books that I've read my entire life, I don't know if I've read dark academia before, but I'm very, very excited about this. So, also, I started filling out my reading journal for the one I got in November's Fairy Loot box. Next is The Coldest Girl in Town by Holly Black. Sorry if it's because it's like a naked, dust jacketless hardcover with tons of foliage. When you look at the end pages, if you've read A Dowry of Blood, this gives me a Dowry of Blood vibes. Also, it's vampires, and so I'm attracted to that. I just love vampires and anything revolving around, like, horror. Yeah. Okay. Next is This Vicious Grace by Emily. I got this in a Fairy Loot box, and I've heard good things about it. And then I looked it up, and there's going to be another book coming after this one, I believe. Yeah. And so I was like, yes. Also, because I want to start reading a lot of more books on my shelf and stuff, instead of just like looking at them and then buying more. But isn't that what us book readers and collectors do? Is we say we're going to read something and then we add more books, and then it never happens yet. Yeah. I think I might do a video of some books that have been on my shelf for a while. That, from like, I'm going to do it from like the start of my like booktube/bookstagram journey. Because I have quite a few that it's embarrassing. But next, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Hoping I'm saying that right again. I mean, it looked like it was simple to say, but, let me see here. Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction, if I'm correct, she read this back in December. And I want to say from my memory, I think she said she enjoyed it. I don't remember what she rated it and everything, but I'm excited. I'm intrigued. It's got my favorite color on the sprayed edges. Also, there's gonna be another book for this, so I don't know if it's like a trilogy, a duology. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. And if I'm correct, it is witchy. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but it says One Dark Window, a gothic fantasy romance about a maiden who must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom. Yes. I think I might highly enjoy this. I'm going to start stacking over there. Next is The Darkling by Sonia Mara. Another book that's going to have another book coming this year. Know nothing about it, whatever, other than it's a fierce revolutionary, a desperate prince. Together they will face the storm or be swept away. That's all I know. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I like that the font is pretty good size, and the chapters are long. If you know me, I will resort to an audiobook if I have to get through something that I want to actually read, or like, just to also use the audiobook to follow along, like in case you can't say the characters' names and stuff, if you get what I mean. And yeah, especially when there's long chapters, but most of the time it's so I can know how to say character names. But yeah, I love the foliage on this. I'm still in awe that like I'm getting, like fairy loot boxes. It's been like the next one is A Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Again. This, if I'm correct, is like an Arabian Night, like Aladdin retelling. That's all I know because I didn't really read the synopsis. I kind of read the top bit where it says inspired by the stories from 1001 Nights. The Stardust Thief weaves the gripping tale of a legendary smuggler, a cowardly prince, and a dangerous quest across the desert to find a magical lamp. Now, in Aladdin, it's, like a street, whatever, rat. And then a princess, a monkey, and a parrot, and a flying carpet, and a genie, and you can catch it. And so, I want to read those before the books come out. So that's a total of I need to figure out. I think there was like 4. Oh. 4 that are going to be, for sure I want to get to maybe first because of their second books coming out. I don't remember when, because after I looked them up, but next is Rune Nation by Anthony Reynolds. This is basically based off the games League of Legends. My son got me this for my birthday. It's got foliage on the hardcover itself, and it's got a reverse dust jacket, which just and I don't know anything about it, but it's ancient magic, legendary champions, and an empire on the verge of ruin. And this is heavy, which makes me nervous. there are, what's awesome when I scanned through this, let me get to the beginning of it. There are, like, pictures of the characters, which is amazing. That way it kind of helps me envision, like, what they look like and stuff. I am going to see, though, if this has an audiobook for it on Scribd, because I want to make sure that, again, I can say the character names right. Also, before I think I showed this, but I figured I'd show. It's amazing. I'm super excited to be able to have this in, my possession. So, we're gonna place that right there. Next is Black Canary, Breaking Silence by Alexandra Monnier. This is a DC book. It says, when they lose their voice, it says, Black Canary will sing for them. And I think all of these are written by different authors. I want to get my hands on Wonder Woman, Warbringer, Batman, Nightwalker, and Catwoman, Soul Stealer, because the Wonder Woman one is written by Leah Bardugo, Batman is by Marie Lu, and then the other one, the Catwoman, is written by Sarah J. Maas. And so, and then there's the other one, the Superman, by Matt De La Pena. So, I have three that I know I want to get my hands on and whatnot. And so, because I love Leo Bardugo, I love like Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows. I'm invested. I have 2 more books of hers that I need to also read. And then I got these from the library, and so I have 2 of her books that, I checked out from the library that I want to read. And so, yeah. And then I like Sarah J. Maas. Her stuff is amazing as well. And again, one of them is on my list for 2023. So, also, if you don't know who Black Canary is, then you need to watch, I think it's the Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey, because she's in that one. Next, I slowly started this in 2022. Not really much far in. I mean, like, I'm on chapter 6, which isn't that far in. So I'm 50 pages in. But it's Belladonna by Adeline Grace. And if I am correct, I read those 2 books, All the Stars and Teeth and All the Tides of Fate, and I loved them. And, yeah. I want to say this is set in, like, Victorian era, like 1800s, somewhere in the 1800s, I believe. And so, and it's a romance. So, I also have if you can't tell, the Fairy Loot edition of this. I'm super excited. This is also on my current read, so I need to finish it. But I have 2 other books that are in front of it that I'm going to finish first, and then I'll finish this. But, and also it does have art on the dust jacket. Next is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Know nothing about this at all, but it starts out in the 1700s, if I'm correct, and I think it's like a romance, and that's all I know, to be honest. The main character is Addie, and Jan Agaton she's always raving about Addie LaRue, and I've lost count on how many times she said she's reread that book, and I've also lost count on how many editions and copies she has of this book, but it's it's not crazy to have so many editions of him, because all if it's something that you really highly enjoy, you need every single edition. That's why I'm stopping at Fairy Loot's edition with the Kingdom of the Cursed, because yeah, I don't know if I would have enough room. Maybe one day I'll get all the other editions for the Kingdom of the Wicked series and stuff, but yeah. And so I'm gonna try to, my hardest to pick this up this year. But just a little bit, it's something on the back that, I'll just read it. A life no one will remember, a story you will never forget. Okay, so what I do, I think now start remember is that, like, she's not ready to get married, and she wants to travel, and then they say don't pray to the gods that answer at night, and her wish is granted, and when she leaves the room and comes back, they forget about her or whatever until one day this person actually remembers her. Hopefully they did that. Next is Light Lark. This is a signed, personalized edition. Also, I got a pen with a little card. Let me find it. That has one of the people characters on it, which I'm super excited. It's gonna stay in this. I actually need to put it in my keepsake box, but it's about these kingdoms that come together. Okay, I'll just read the thing. Every 100 years, the island of Lightlock appears for only 100 days to host. For only 100 days to host a deadly game where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler will die. So, I'm very intrigued. It's got the foliage on it, which I love. And I also like that it's like, looks almost leather bound, which is nice. But yeah, I want to get to this. And also, it's already being made into a movie. And it they already made that decision before it was even released. So, if that happens, it's got to be good, right? But yeah, people rave about this all over, like, TikTok and Instagram and BookTube and stuff like that. And so, when it was released, I got my hands on a copy of it. And then I ordered myself a personalized copy. And so I gave the first printed edition to my stepson, because he wants to read this as well, and I figured, why not? So, and the cover, because of the cover, I actually, look, it's a heart with flowers. I actually went on to Amazon and looked for a vase in the shape of an actual human heart that's a vase, so, like, you could actually put, like, flowers in and whatever, and it's on a list of stuff that I would like to buy. And I think I'm going to put fake flowers in it and whatnot, so that way, I don't have to worry about water, not being able to clean the inside of it and whatnot. And yeah, so next, I've had this book for a little while. I forgot when, but I bought it last year off of Macari, and it's Bravely by, I was gonna say Maggie. This is a Brave retelling. And if you know me in real life, Brave is my all-time favorite Disney movie. And no, you don't have to be a kid to like Disney movies, but yeah, I love it. So I want to read it this year, and it's signed. This is, if I'm correct, Forgot what edition this one is. I think this is just the regular, just a signed edition, or it's a book, part of a book book. I cannot remember for the life of me, but you know, yeah. Put that there. Next, it's Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah and Christine Simmons. It is signed. This is the LitJoy edition. I saw the cover, and I was like, because usually I do not judge books by their covers. I basically, you know, will, you know, pick them up and read them and stuff, and then judge by the book. But this goes back and forth between two characters, I think. But yeah, that's all I know. So, but I've had this on my shelf for a while, since like sometime last year. And so, and also because it gives me kind of like a Julius Caesar like era type vibes, but I'm, you know, I'm not entirely sure, but you know, it's something that just caught my eye, and I was like, yes, you need this. Not because that it, you know, a special, you know, like a book, you know, that's special, that's signed by the authors and stuff like that. No, it just, it intrigued you. Hopefully this video won't be too long, because it's already like a little over 30 minutes long. Next is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. See, again, I should not say people's last names. It's very floppy. I got this at Target, so I forgot when, last year. But I've heard a lot about it, and look how it just stays open. Yes. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. There's already, I think, like 2 other books in the series as well. Blood and Honey is the one after this, but then after that, I have no clue which one it is, but I'm excited. There's like a snake and flowers and a bird, and yeah. But anyway, I've heard really good things about this. It's bound as one to love, honor, or burn. A witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end: a stake and a match. So it sounds witchy, and it's my vibes, you know. Next is Loveless by Alice Oseman. I read all of Heartstopper. Loved it. My oldest loved it. We binged watched in like, I think, a day or 2 days the Netflix series. Yeah. Know nothing about this book, but I know that it has like LGBTQIA plus properties in it. From the marvelous creator of Heartstopper comes the exceptional YA novel about discovering it's okay if you don't have sexual or romantic feelings for anyone, since there are plenty of other ways to find love and connection. So the main character is asexual, aromantic, and if you look on the cover, you could probably notice some characters out of like Heartstopper and stuff. And yeah, I want to read all of her books. My goal in life is for her books is to have every single one of them. This is a new cover for this book. This isn't like brand spanking new, like came out last year or whatever. I don't think, because I've seen the old covers of it. But yeah, So, I'm excited. Next is Anatomy, a love story. And this is Sona Schwartz. And what drew me to it was that when you take off there's like a human heart. It's just, yes. Know nothing about this other than that it is a romance. It says, a gothic tale full of mystery and romance. Hazel Sennett is a lady who wants to be a surgeon more than she wants to marry. Jack Kerr is a resurrection man. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Who's just trying to survive in a city where it's too easy to die. And I want to say this takes place in Scotland because it says Royal Edinburgh Anatomist Society. So, Scottish. I'm all for it because my ancestors came from Wales, which is not far from Scotland, if I'm correct. So, and also I have Scottish in my blood, and Irish, and French, German. But yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. Lastly, I bought this, and also I bought Black Canary off of a friend that I'm, bookstagrammer friend that I made. She's amazing. I'll link her page down below. She is the most sweetest, kindest, gentlest soul ever. And I bought Prepped by Bethany Mingle. This is a romance. I want to say it's like an arranged almost like an arranged courtship marriage type thing. And on the back it's, because I don't want to read the synopsis because I want to go into this one kind of like with only like a few snippets of like hints of kind of what to expect. It says, protocol for surviving your doomsday neighbors. 1, pretend that everything is fine. 2, get into a college out of state. 3, persuade little sister that comic books are cooler than bunker protocols. And then 4, avoid falling for an arranged boyfriend. And 5, see number 1, pretend everything is fine. So maybe it's like doomsday preppers, or there's going to be like a doomsday or whatever in this. I don't know, to be honest, but just we're going to jump into this blindly, but it sounds like it would be amazing. Will there be crying? I have no clue. Maybe, but yeah. That was basically the last book. I have so many books that I wanted to add to this, but I didn't, because I wanted to put ones that I've either are going to be having books coming out pretty soon, or ones that I got them to read them right away and I just haven't yet, or you get the picture. But I haven't even picked. Usually I've been trying to pick an emoji for the for the end of the video in the comment section. But first, comment down below what book or books you're hoping to get to this year, whether it be just 1 or 2 or whatever. And then let's see here now for the let's do this, a heart emoji. So, because I think if I'm correct, they came out one that actually looks like a heart, like a good real heart, and I'm obsessed with it. So leave a heart emoji down below. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you already haven't. Hit that bell, that way you get notifications of when I post. And yeah, next video to come out, I want to kind of talk about schedule, what to expect, because I know last year was not my best year at all with my channel, and so I want to set some ground rules, not for y'all, but like to hold myself accountable. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.